The Secret of the Amazon, Episode 2, The Mysterious Map, and the Secret of the Jungle. Aimer's hands trembled. Inside the ancient wooden box was a map. Written across it in red ink were chilling words. If you are reading this, they are looking for you too. Her heart began to race. At that exact moment, she heard someone breathing behind her. Slow, heavy, human. Aimer froze. Gathering all her courage, she slowly turned around. But there was no one there. Only dense jungle. Only towering trees. Only silence. Yet she was certain that someone or something was watching her. Clutching the map tightly, she hurried back to her shelter beside the river. That night she studied the map carefully. It showed rivers, mountains, and strange symbols. Near the center of the map was a mysterious mark. Beneath it were two words, Shadow Lagoon. Aimer had never heard that name before. The place wasn't marked on any map she had ever seen. The next morning she made a decision. She would find Shadow Lagoon. Maybe it was the key to escaping the jungle. Maybe it held answers. Or maybe it hid a secret that someone desperately wanted to protect. With the map in her backpack, Aimer began her journey. The deeper she traveled into the Amazon, the stranger the jungle became. The birds grew quieter. The air felt heavier. Several times she thought she saw shadows moving between the trees. Whenever she turned to look, nothing was there. Hours later, dark clouds gathered overhead. A powerful storm erupted. Rain poured from the sky like a waterfall. Within minutes, everything was soaked. Aimer searched for shelter and finally squeezed beneath a massive rock formation. As she rested, something caught her attention. There was a symbol carved into the stone. The exact same symbol shown on the map. Aimer's eyes widened. She was on the right path. As evening approached, she noticed a faint orange glow in the distance. Fire. Human fire. Her pulse quickened. Someone else was in the jungle. Moving cautiously, she followed the light. When she got closer, she saw several figures standing around a campfire. Their faces were painted with strange markings. They carried spears and wore traditional clothing. They looked like members of an isolated tribe. Aimer hid behind a tree and watched silently. Then disaster struck. Crack! A dry branch snapped beneath her foot. Every head turned toward her. The tribe had seen her. Fear exploded inside her chest. Without thinking, she ran. The tribal warriors immediately chased after her. Their footsteps thundered behind her. Branches whipped against her face as she sprinted through the darkness. She could hear shouting, the sound of spears striking trees. The hunters were getting closer. Suddenly her foot slipped. Aimer tumbled down a steep slope. She rolled through mud and rocks before crashing to a stop. For several moments everything went black. When she opened her eyes, she found herself lying in front of a cave. She slowly sat up. Above the cave entrance was the same mysterious symbol. The symbol from the map, the symbol from the rock, the symbol that seemed to be guiding her. Taking a deep breath, Amos stepped inside. The cave was cold and silent. Its walls were covered with ancient drawings. She shined her flashlight across them. The images showed a forgotten city hidden deep within the jungle, a civilization that appeared thousands of years old. As she ventured deeper into the cave, she discovered a stone chest resting against the wall. Her heart pounded. Slowly she opened it. Inside was an old leather journal, covered in dust. Ama carefully opened the first page. Written in faded ink were terrifying words. "If you have reached this place, there is no turning back." A chill ran down her spine. She turned to the next page. Then she froze. Her hands began to shake. The name written there was not a stranger's. It was her father's name. Ama stared at the page in disbelief. How was this possible? Had her father been here? Was he alive? Or had something terrible happened to him? Questions flooded her mind. Then suddenly, a voice echoed through the darkness. A deep human voice. "So, you finally made it." Ama's blood ran cold. She slowly turned around. A shadowy figure stood at the far end of the cave, watching her, waiting. And then the figure began walking toward her. To be continued.